Hello, hello there, my crafty friends. It's Candy here from SweetStamper.com, and it's time for Thursday night stamping. It is Thursday, and that is my regular gig here, is Thursday night stamping, and we are going to make an alternate card for my stamp club. September Stamp Club registration closes today, and I have a set of cards I'm making with Stamp Club. Can I lay my hands on them? No. So, I don't even know if I can show you the cards. I've shown them to you before, but I was finalizing tutorials today, and I have my studios upstairs, and oftentimes work on the computer downstairs, which means I'm carrying stuff up and down, which is always my challenge. Hey, Kathy, I'm glad to see you here with me tonight. Welcome, welcome. Long time no see, huh? Kathy was at my online bingo last night, and it was great fun. That's something I do on the second Wednesday of each month, and we were having a good old time. It is in a private Facebook group, and we make a set of projects, and we play some bingo games, and it's just good, simple, stress-free fun. Of course, I think fun is meant to be stress-free, but you know what I mean. So, this is where we were last week, and I like to review just a moment. I'm still kind of looking, but I think I'm not going to find those projects. I have so many things heading out in the mail. Lots of baskets, lots of bins, and no Stamp Club projects. Well, there's lots of cut projects, but not any that are already made. Hey, Frankie, welcome, welcome. Hello, Chrissy. Welcome, welcome. I'm going to take just a second to look for something while we're seeing who else is going to join us live, and then we're going to jump right in. I found them. Nope. That's another set of projects. Oh, boy. Okay, well, I could do a little bit of show and tell with you, and maybe do things a little bit differently than I had planned tonight, but you know, that's what we do. So, this is where we went last week. We did a quick and easy fun fold card, and I think I adhered this a little bit just for photography's sake. And this is really, I mean, you could use any greeting. This is the one that goes with this suite. But this is really a great way to let your designer series paper do all the work for you. And just a quick, easy card, and I think a good one for sending somebody that you're thinking of. Hello, Kim. Welcome, welcome. So we are going to create this card. This is an alternate for my Stamp Club. So like I said, my Stamp Club cards are around here somewhere. Can't find them. I've shown them to you before, but I can't lay my hand to them. So this is one of the cards from Stamp Club, and I'm going to do kind of an alternate version just to show you something else that you can make with your Stamp Club supplies. So I always feature a bundle, and sometimes people use the bundle I'm featuring. A lot of times they use something totally different, and that is part of the fun. So I do create my projects so that you can use something else if you prefer. So what I'm going to do is give you a couple of tips and tricks about this bundle. Now, this is the Changing Leaves bundle. It is an online exclusive, and it is not available right now. It will be, I think it's the week of the 23rd is when it is scheduled to be back in the warehouse. This has been a runaway favorite, extremely popular, and with good reason. Thank you, ladies, for sharing my video. That helps me. I love stamps, and so this has some awesome stamps, and I'm using these two tonight. But there's also, now you can get just the stamp set, and it's awesome. And you can do a lot with the stamps. The greetings are fabulous. This is one of the hybrid embossing folders. So what's great about that is there is an embossing folder which you can use just as an embossing folder, and that's what I'm going to do tonight. I've already run this piece of gray granite through the embossing folder. You can use the embossed side or the debossed side. They both look really cool. I'm going to be using the embossed side. And you can run this through just like that. You can also put this die in here, and this goes like so, and it fits kind of like a little puzzle. Am I on the wrong side again? I always get this on the wrong side. No, there we go. It will just kind of slide into place, and it doesn't really lock. You do have to kind of hold it steady. And then you can run your cardstock through and it will stamp and die cut. Now I really like using foil sheets with this, but you can use cardstock as well. And you can see this is what's happened from a lot of use. And all this is little tiny bits of cardstock that are embedded in there. Doesn't affect the way it embosses. I embossed this right before I came on camera. Doesn't affect it whatsoever. So hello, Simone. I'm so glad you're here with us. So, you know, you can get like a stiff brush and pull that out. I just kind of keep going. I will tell you a little tip. This thing, it will start to bow on you, and it can end up bowing quite considerably. A couple of tips is you want to always put your fold first, head first, and you can also flip it back and forth. You know, you don't have to have it doesn't matter which side it is. The other thing I've been doing is I have a couple of these really old battered clipboards. I use this one a lot of times when I'm heat embossing, which is why it's so gunky. But I've just been putting it like this and storing it that way. And believe it or not, it's helping to flatten it for me so that it's not quite so curled. But it's got a lot of heavy use. I had a single day retreat and there were people who were using this thing like crazy. I think there were about 25 ladies there and they were going after, which is what I wanted them to do. At my retreats, I bring my supplies and people can use them freely. Now this, when I get all of this on here, I have a little die that's not quite gonna fit on my little magnet sheet. So, well, at least it didn't before. Yeah, this is one right here. Kind of like a Jenga game when you're trying to put it all together. But this one doesn't fit. That's okay for me. So that's my little tip. Now, let's get to stamping. And we're going to, I actually need to load my seal. Y'all know I'm an avid user of seal. It's my favorite adhesive. And right before I came on camera, my seal totally, well, it didn't die, but I used it all up. So I grabbed this, and as I was grabbing my refill, I noticed that my case was really gunked up. I mean, it had all kinds of adhesive on here. So I went and put some Goo Gone on it because these things will last a long time. But for me, what happens more than anything is it gets little bits of adhesive right around here, and sometimes even on the part that you are, you know, handling. So when it gets around here at the mouth, it will really kind of sometimes, yeah, you see that? It's still got some, it will, has the potential of kind of mucking up the adhesive when it's coming out. So from time to time, you just kind of have to stop and put some Goo Gone on there and dig out all of the gunky bits. But now it's ready to go. So, okay, so let's go ahead and put this together, and then I'll tell you why I'm doing this. This is, like I said, this is an alternative project for my club members. They could do this with just the supplies that they have in their club kit, because they get a half a package. Well, they'd have to use their own cardstock. They get a half a package of the Country Woods paper, and then they get a full package of these dots. Now, these are the dots. I'm really, really crazy about these. These are the 2023 to 2025 in color gems, and they just have, I think they call them sparkle. Yes, opaque sparkle dots. They just, I love because you have Pebbled Path, wild wheat, Copper Clay, Boho Blue, and Moody Mauve, and they sparkle so nicely. They're really perfect. I love this set of end colors for this time of year in particular, but to be honest, I love neutrals all year round. I think they're incredibly versatile. So let's get a little bit of adhesive going on here. This is my brand new, oh no, that's the one that's about, that's the one that is on its last 2 inches of seal. So I'm just ran this through the embossing folder. Now you could use another embossing folder, but I will say that this one for the changing leaves is really, really awesome. Let me show you one more thing before I move forward. And another little tip. Where did I put the embossing folder? Lord have mercy. Ah, it's over here. I was trying to get it out of the way. So when you put your cardstock panel in, you can place it so that you get more of the maple leaf or more of this really large leaf. I wanted this pattern in there because I'm going to use a little gold one, and I like repeating patterns. I'm using a gold leaf that looks like that. So I wanted to make sure that leaf was in there. Just it's not going to show a lot, but I do like that to come through. Now, before I put this together, because I'm really kind of stamping and putting together pretty quickly, I wanted to show you the difference with this. Now, if I did a lot of these for Stamp Club, this is a 5.5 by 5.5 sheet, because even though you can put 6 by 6 in the embossing folder, I just wanted to cut these things out. So I didn't need an extra bit that I'm really not going to use. And so it saved me, some nice strips, which is what I used for another little die. So you can actually put your gold cardstock in right side up or backwards and upside down. I'll show you what I mean. Hello, Donna. Welcome, welcome. So with Stampin' Up! Embossing folders, where the Stampin' Up! Is, this is always this is the embossed side. So this is where you want, typically this is how you would put your paper. And that means that you're going to get this look right here. However, if you weren't paying attention or whatever, and you put it white side up and the gold on this side, it's still going to cut it out. But now it's going to be depressed rather than raised, okay? It's just a subtle difference. It's not a lot, but just to show you the difference. Hello, Jolene from Minnesota. Yeah, I love this set. I think it's pretty amazing. So I had a bunch of these left over from all the die cutting we'd done from Card Club. So I wanted to see if I could do something with these extra leaves. So here we go. So I have put, oh, this is a little bit crooked, isn't it? Let's see. Yeah, probably good enough for government work, my daddy used to say, and he was an army man, so he knew. This is Pebbled Path, which I absolutely love. Probably my favorite of those in colors. And then that lighter counterpart is Gray Granite. So this is one of our core colors, and you can see how they are just the light and dark version of one another. They're very warm grays. So I'm going to take 2 strips of paper from I've got adhesive on my fingernails, I think. This is from the Country Woods paper. So my Card Club people are getting a half a pack of this paper. And I'm just taking 2x4 strips, and I'm going to cover up. I realize I'm covering up. Like I said, that little leaf, you may not even be able to see it, but made me feel better. I wanted to have that texture underneath, but I'm still going to cover it for the most part. But I'm going to use 2 different pieces of this lovely, lovely Country Woods paper. This is so versatile. It has so many different shades of wood, and they're just lovely. So I'm going to pop that right over there so they're right on top of each other. And again, these are 4x2 pieces. And now I'm going to come in with this leaf and just bring a little pop of color. Now I could bring it down, but I might do that. My original, I did it the other way around, but I kind of like that. you know, it's good to see a different way of looking at it. Now, I didn't bring my dimensionals over here, and I do need them. So let me grab those really quick. There's some minis, and that's going to have to do. Truth be told, that's probably going to work the best anyway. So I'm going to just there's a little shred of paper on there. So I'm going to put several, minis actually work better on this particular leaf because it does have kind of fine leaves. And I want to even get a little bit down there on that stem. I don't want the stem to collapse on me. So I am going to just take a little tiny piece off of the edge there. Just a thin little piece of the dimensional. And pop it right there. It's sticking to me. There we go, right there. And that way it won't collapse when I put it on the card. So let's go ahead and do this where the stem is at the top and like a hanging bough or like I'm walking underneath a tree. Well, let's just do it that way. I'll have something a little bit different. And then I'm going to put my little tag here. And I think I might just pop it, well, I think I'm going to bring it down here. So I will tell you, I really, really like this little tiny word right here. Yeah, this DSP is gorgeous. It was actually on back order last month, or it became unavailable for a while. Thankfully, it came back in. So this word, little tiny, here for you. I did these, I did some little treat things for my some of my team members that were attending an event. And that some of my other team members were putting on, and I was going along as a guest speaker. And I like this here for you. So I did that here for you because I thought that was a perfect sentiment as a team leader that I'm here for them. So, but in this connotation, it would have more of, you know, I'm here for you. At least I think the look of this card is more like I'm here for you to, you know, if you need a listening ear. So there, you see how I've got kind of these rows of wood, slaps of wood going here, and that kind of just gives me that same look. Now, the ribbon that I gave everybody with this, or it's going in the mail shortly, is this card club. We were giving everybody a roll of this Blackberry Bliss. There's no purple on here, so even though there's that gold thread, I thought, you know, I think I'm probably going to leave it off, but I will just show you something we could do if we wanted to, if we had a mind to. I've been playing with this ribbon because I really like it. Okay, so Jolene, you said you like the multicolor planks is the best design in. I will say I think this is probably the most popular, but you know, these really neutral ones, you can do probably more with in the sense that they're so background. This is a little bit more the star of the show when you use that, and the others are a little bit more background pieces. So, but I do love it. Well, let's just see. Let's try just tying it and seeing, do we want to use this or do we not want to use this? And I know I've got green ink on my fingers. I've been designing. No, that's going to be too much. That's going to be too, well, not really. If I did it that way, the other thing I could do is I could, this ribbon, unlike a lot of other ribbons, you can cut this gold edge off, and although it's like a selvage, well, it's not really a selvage edge, because when you take the gold off, it doesn't shred on you. So if I wanted the gold off, because I wanted it to be more of a matte look, I've already got that gold leaf and it's pretty bold. Got a lot of gold and a lot of texture. So if I wanted to quiet down this ribbon, I could just take off the gold edges, and then tie it into a knot. I will say this card has a real clean and simple look, so I'm not sure I want to even add this. Don't know that I need it, but I could. So let's just tie a simple knot. It is, I will say Blackberry Bliss is definitely a neutral. It's in our neutral family, and although it's a purple, it's like such a dark, deep purple. It's almost like an inky purple that you don't even notice it's purple. So I could get away with that. I kind of like that. You guys tell me what you think. And I'm going to add my little dots. I'm going to grab these. Now I could bring in the boho blue, but I did use Pool Party here, so I think I'm going to just stick with, okay, Kathy says don't add the ribbon. I'm going to stick with the, these are the Pebbled Path. These are the ones I'm going to use. And I want a little bit of attention drawn up there. And then I want a little bit of attention drawn down here. So that is where I'm going to put my little dots. I think I'm going to go like that. Okay, I think, hello Catherine from Jacksboro. Okay, I think we're going to leave the ribbon off. So there you have it. Now let me show you my original. Here's my original, just showing you the difference of whether you put the leaf going, like the plant is growing up, or whether it's hanging down from a tree. I think either one works, and I did use a slightly darker piece. Okay, so Simone also said no ribbon. So Elena, you've been liking the brown thread with the leaves. Yes, it does look really good. Hello, Shirley from North Dakota. We're so happy you're here. But you can also see here, and this kind of shows you, I think it was Jolene that said she really loves this piece of paper the best. You see how this dark one really picks up this dark in between the slats and really kind of gives you that nice contrast. This piece is a little bit softer, but again, it helps to offset this so that you get all of the impact of that striped, well, it's not really striped, it's really like wood slats. And I like it a lot. So that is our quick and easy card using the, those lights, using the Changing Leaves bundle, which will be back in stock the week of the 23rd. And this is the last day to sign up for September Card Club, and it is $42 by subscription. And when you subscribe, it's really the best way, partly because you get a better price, but also because you can just unsubscribe, anytime you want. But if you stay as a subscriber, if you stay for 6 consecutive months, then I give you a really nice gift. And that's just a loyalty reward that I like to do. So this is using the kit for this month. And this is one of the cards that you're actually going to do in Card Club. This is kind of an alternative. And I'm including some of these, I think they're calling them, I call them gold mesh, but I think they're called something else. So this is, and see, there's that, I use those little half pieces of leftover gold with this die and did kind of a shadow stamp there. But like I said, I can't find the rest of my Card Club cards because I was working on tutorials and they're now nowhere. So Elena likes the simplicity of this layout. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I like this layout too. And I like a layout that I can repeat, that I can use with various colors and patterns and patterned paper. So that is it for tonight. I hope you will join Candy's Card Club. Either take a single month or you can do the subscription. You do get a half a pack of this paper this month. You get 8 card kits. You get these dots and you get the lovely Blackberry Bliss ribbon and the tutorials. So thank you so much for tuning in. I will not be here next Thursday. I leave Sunday for Virginia to see my grandchildren. I'm actually seeing my daughter and son-in-law as well, but I'm really going to see the grandkids. we won't say that too loud, but they know. And you know if you have grandchildren. So thank you very much for the safe travel wishes. And I might get this up on my blog before I leave. We'll see, but I will have this downloaded to YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to my channel. And thank you so much for tuning in. Take care and God bless.